So, and I hope everyone can hear me. It's Monday, like I have to have to wake up too. So I hope you hear and you see me. But to me, it looks fine. And yeah, let's start to make the most out of these 15 minutes. So, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. It's Monday, we are back. I'm very happy we are back. I just feel like there's a momentum to be able to do this. Like, it needs a while to make something a habit. It needs a while till something is, even though as much as we know as it is good for us, as much as we know we should be doing this, it doesn't go so easy. Like habits, they take, I think, around 30, 40 days till they're really in our blood, till this is something that is non-negotiable. And I hope for everyone, for us, yoga is becoming non-negotiable. So maybe during the weekend there's definitely more time where we can maybe have a moment to ourselves, or where we feel the time is more in our hands. And we want to make sure that now on Monday this is still going. So this is also non-negotiable. We can only be as good as to others, to the outside, as we are good to us. And what's not more important than finding a good, like, stabilized, like, place, not on our feet. So yes, we are taking care today, and I'm wondering, I have wondered why in the last 2 weeks I haven't done it yet. We will take care a little bit for our feet, because it is, and even some connected to our highest chakra, it is how we walk the path of life. So you already used it today without really knowing or giving too much attention. So let's rewind and like start by giving sort of our fundament, and the fundament that gives us information that runs up our legs into our pelvic area, up into our spine, up into our consciousness. So let's start with taking care by the feet, and therefore we just rub our hands, making this not just a physical practice, but a practice for intention and awareness, by placing now our warm hands onto the soles of our feet. Also osteopathically, this is a very important task. And now come into like a little butterfly-shaped position and start by just with the base of your thumbs, just really pressing gently and like squeezing your feet. Past injuries, sprains on our ankles, even injuries in our knee or pelvic joint can change completely the way we walk. In Chinese medicine, like it's being said that the whole body is placed on our feet. So we find acupressure points of the whole body in our feet. If you like rub now, like I do, the foot arch, then you are directly like pressing the points for your spine. Like by touching them, like maybe becoming aware of like what the task for your feet are. Like you will spend a lot of time on your feet. You will spend a lot of time maybe in shoes and socks, and therefore let's stretch them out, and also obviously connect into the line of your leg. We rising up, beginning to tilt our pelvic, our sacrum. So tilting it slowly up, and exhale, trying to keep the butterfly movement going, slowly rolling back up. And this is not so easy, doing two movements, very gentle in both ways. But also our brain now is allowed to wake up. And as always, close your eyes and be really in that present moment where you're about to start the day. And the day definitely deserves to have a little smile, like looking forward to that day, to that week. And exhale. Back. Now as we lift up, it's all we lift up only the toes and leave the feet on the back on the floor. And just like really try to lift those toes and to spread them out so nothing is touching. I'm going to sit from behind. Okay, so you can place your hands behind you and then slowly place one side of your toes down and really get hold of your mat or the carpet or wherever you sit and try to reach forward so your foot arch is lifting, and then you lift again and you grab and you pull with your toes your foot away. It's like a little sliding movement, but really activating the arches of your feet. And more than of us than we know have lowered foot arches, so the arch is not as high anymore, or maybe too high, so the alignment of our feet is not correct anymore and gives us missing stability. So let's follow with the other leg, lifting up the toes and pulling forward. And watch your foot arch and the muscles moving. And then you can do it both together. Maybe bring them back, and one more. Can be a little bit faster, and you can see there's lots of things we can be doing underneath our desk during the day. Take off your shoes and start doing this arch walk. As we roll back, again, I do it super slow because never forget where you're rolling onto. We're rolling onto our sacrum and we're lifting up again. The nerve innervation of our legs is coming out of the sacrum of the lower spine, so make sure this is being also mobilized and connecting to movements. Let's take this movement into the whole spine, up into our head. And there we find a connection even here. Our jaw, the floor of our mouth, is one of these horizontal fascial lines that give us stability. And guess what? The foot arch is also one of the horizontal lines that really gives the body stability. So as you yawn and as you wiggle your jaw, you are already also giving impulses into the horizontal lines for the whole body. And then we roll slowly back. And straight away, feet high, and start really shaking. 26 bones, loads of ligaments, loads of joints. So we really get those feet a good shake. And with that shake, all the tissues in your legs are being released too. Shake. Engage the tummy, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, give yourself a little bit stability, and then also shake from side to side, rotating the legs. And then it's my everlasting favorite, shaking and rotating, giving stability into the axis of our leg. Really connecting to your breath as you inhale through your nose, exhale, releasing. And then when we stop, just hold for a moment, and maybe there's a bit tingling. Hopefully there's a bit tingling. You feel the soles of your feet. And again, we stretch out all the toes wide and we start circling. Only the feet, the ankles. Stretching out wide. Playing a little bit piano with the toes. And making your feet sort of the first point of contact, like this morning, like what do they feel, making them soft, trying to like bring softness into the way you walk, into the way you walk through life today. And then we bring our knees together and we bend our knees in a 90-degree angle. Sorry, like you can only see my legs today, but it's the most important. So as we have our 90-degree angle, the knees stay together, and you're starting rotating only the lower legs from your knee down, like toes are pointing to each other, heels pointing to each other. There's so many things I want to be doing right now for our feet. So, like I said before, we do need more time. And this is giving like a good warm up also, like into the knees, from your calves up into your knees. And then first take one leg together, one leg to your body, just as far as it comes. Give a little push away into your hands and exhale, release. Making sure also your hip joint is soft. Doing the same on the other side. Bringing your knee close. Inhaling, holding, little push away. And exhaling. Taking both knees, slowly rolling up. And as we come up, we arrive back on to all four. And here's also something nice you can do for every day. Of course, first of all, we bring the toes onto our mat and slowly sit back. And just the stretch, or if you want to like come further back, lift up your knees, maybe even come into a downward facing dog, and this time it's all about how you roll and you start moving your feet. Watch them as one heel lowers and one heel lifts. If you do that in a straight line, or if there are some movements more to the outside or inner side of your foot. Sensing tension. And then slowly sitting back down. And just sitting here onto your heels. And this, if you can, maybe do for a little bit longer today. Maybe later on. Just being comfortable with yourself, in yourself. And there's definitely a moment where we start to like getting itchy, like, want to move out of the stretch. But try to stay calm. Don't breathe faster to make it go quicker. Just sense feeling of your feet, your legs, and then we roll back onto the top of our feet. Also sit here, very comfortable. And if that's really comfortable, it's always okay to sit back a little bit or even lift our knees. And this is all of course, a progression. Like we have to like reprogram our feet sometimes of our whole body, like according to what he did the last few months or years. So see if that is possible for you. If you really engage core and mula bandha, you lift up, you roll back onto your foot, and you can do it one by one. So you take one to the other side and then you roll over your foot, as we do from upward facing dog into downward facing dog to the other side. I want to get us standing, or try both sides, also using a little bit strength in core and arms. We arrive in a forward folded position, because I like you to come up into a standing pose with me. Rolling up, and you not just roll from your spine, from your feet up into your calves, knees, upper thighs, hips. Rolling up and coming to a standing position for the first time today. And we're not just walking to the supermarket or to work or little errands. Today is another day where we're going to walk the path of life, where we bring us physically to places that change the meaning of our life, that have an influence for ourselves. We decide where we walk and how we walk this path of life. Such a crucial question, and the act of walking is therefore sacred. It's very special and needs a lot of attention. This input for our whole body is immense. So lift yourself up through your feet, into your whole body, into the crown of your head, as you bring your hands together. For gratefulness to be able to walk today. And we bow our heads, we say thank you. I say thank you, and I see you tomorrow. Have a good day.